Hi there, this is Paola with Bark. Make sure to check out the Introduction to iOS Monitoring video if you haven't already. It's going to set some important context for what this video is going to cover. And in this video, we'll be setting up iOS monitoring via the Bark desktop app or computer method. If you don't have a computer, check out the Bark Sync method instead. Now, here's what we'll need for the Bark desktop app method. Your child's iOS device, like an iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch, a Windows or Mac computer, and a charging cable for your child's iOS device. You'll use this cable to connect your kid's device to your computer for the first time setup. After we're done, Bark will be able to monitor your kid's iOS device wirelessly via Wi-Fi whenever it's home. No cable needed. So it's just needed for that first time setup. Let's get started. Log into your parent dashboard from a computer. While you can begin on your phone, you'll need to switch to a computer to complete setup, so it's easiest to start there. Scroll down to the bottom of your dashboard and tap Add. Tap child's name you're setting up iOS monitoring for. Tap Setup Monitoring. Tap Apple/iOS. Now we'll be in the proper iOS setup flow. We'll see an intro screen describing some of the stuff I already discussed in my Introduction to iOS Monitoring video, explaining why we need this tool on the computer. And remember, you'll be able to do everything from your parent phone after we're done. This Bark desktop app on your computer is just a tool for us to monitor the iOS text, photos, videos, WhatsApp messages, and more. So let's click Next. Here we're going to be reminded of what we need for the first time setup, and we've already covered that, so let's click Next. And here we go, let's download the Bark desktop app to our computer. If asked if you want to allow downloads, tap Download, then wait for the download to complete. And when it does, tap on it to open the install file. On Mac, you're also asked to double-click to install here. And maybe ask a security question. And then the Bark desktop app will open. If you've already set up the Bark desktop app on this computer before, click Set Up Before. Otherwise, click Setting Up for the first time. Then click Connect to your account. Now you're going to connect your child's iOS device with their charging cable to the computer. Make sure to unlock your child's iOS device and tap Trust the computer when prompted. You may have to do it a couple of different times. On Mac, you may also need to open up Finder to tap Trust the computer there as well. So check both places, your kid's iOS device and your computer. And if you don't see a prompt to trust the computer, you may have already granted trust. Anyway, after Bark detects the device, we'll see it show up here. So I'll click Select. And at this stage, check out your child's iOS device. It might be asking you to enter the lock screen passcode one more time to start the analysis, but if it's not, then you can move on. Just keep an eye out for the next couple of minutes since sometimes it has a little delay. And now we wait. Because the first time setup is scanning up to 60 days back in the text, photos, videos, WhatsApp messages of your kid's iOS device, it's scanning a big chunk of stuff. So this first analysis might take up to 45 minutes. Often it's less, but it can be some time. The good news is you can see the progress right on your dashboard. Whenever it's done, you'll see that the last analyzed date updates, and you can unplug the device. Going forward, it will be analyzed whenever it's home over Wi-Fi. And now it'll wait to do another analysis in about 6 hours. But if you want to kickstart an analysis so that it comes through sooner, you can always click that button whenever the device is detected. And if the device is not detected, check out our video description for links to our solutions. While you wait, install the Bark Kids app on their device so you can set up screen time as well. And lastly, let's set up your computer for success. We want the Bark desktop app on your computer to be running as often as it can so it can scan your kid's device as often as it can. On Mac, go into the System Preferences, go into your battery settings, And make sure that it has plenty of time to be awake and turned on so that Bark can scan your kid's iOS device. This includes uncheck marking the put hard disk to sleep when possible and double checking your power adapter settings. On Windows, you'll search for sleep, go into your power and sleep settings, and make sure that the computer doesn't go to sleep too quickly. And whenever your kid is home, make sure that they're connecting to the home Wi-Fi network so that the Bark desktop app can scan their device. And if they have a lock screen passcode on their iOS device, remind them that they'll need to enter it in when prompted. Don't want to have to deal with your child having to enter in the lock screen passcode themselves each time you want to analyze the device? Get the Bark Sync. And that's iOS monitoring. Now that we've set it up, you should be able to review alerts, manage your devices, and more from your parent app on your phone. But you're gonna keep this Bark desktop app running on your computer as often as it can. And don't worry, if your kid isn't home, or if the computer is turned off for a bit of time, that's okay. Bark will catch up next time it detects the device. If you have any additional questions about iOS monitoring or Bark in general, don't hesitate to reach out to us at help@bark.us.